Okay, so we've kind of started doing this yesterday. In fact, one of our problems that you guys did last night for homework actually had this answer. So we're going to take G and we're going to put it into F. So we're going to use two composite functions just like we've been doing, but we're looking for the answer of X. If the answers are both X, then they are inverses. Okay? So I'm giving you two functions and the instructions are going to be determine if the functions are inverses.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one we're going to do is we're going to do f of g of x. And what that means is we're going to take g and we're going to put it into f. And then the next one we're going to do is we're going to do g of f of x. We're going to take f of x and we're going to put it into g. Okay, so f of x is 3x minus 1, so I'm going to write the 3. But instead of x, what am I going to write? So instead of x, I'm going to write 1/3 x plus 3. 1/3 x plus 1/3. And then because f of x has a minus 1, I have to write minus 1. Anyone not sure how I got that problem? This is the time to ask me.
So if it said like 3x minus 3, then negative 3 would go at the end?
Yep, if it said minus 5, I would have put minus 5. If it said plus 10, I would have put plus 10 there. So it's just this function. The only thing is, instead of writing the x, I replaced it with the 1/3 x. And now we're going to multiply. You guys, when you multiply fractions, multiply the whole number times the numerator. So 3 times 1 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is?
1.
So that would be 1x. 3 times 1 is?
3.
3 divided by 3 is?
1x. So it would just be x.
So 3 times 1/3 is 1. What happens with the 1 minus the 1? It cancels out and I'm left with just x. You guys, the 1 can go there, but you don't need it. So 1x plus 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 plus x is x. Okay? Now we're going to come over here. And g is 1/3. But instead of writing x, I'm going to replace it with f of x. Well, f of x is... So I'm going to replace it with 3x minus 1 plus the 1/3, because that was at the end of the g. Any questions so far? Is it starting to make sense? More sense than probably yesterday? Now we're going to multiply. 1 times 3x is 3x. 3x divided by 3 is x, or 1x. 1 times 1 is 1, so I just have 1/3 plus 1/3. What happens with the thirds? They cancel out, and I'm left with x. Now I want to write a sentence for your notes, because if you look back at your notes when you do your homework tonight, instead of just writing yes, let's write a sentence so we know, like when you look at it, like, okay, why did we write yes again? Okay, so we have them as x's, and I want to put yes. These are inverses because they both equal x. You guys, if you get something and they don't equal x, let's say this equaled 3x and this equaled x, they are not the same, they are not inverses. if they ended up both being 5x's, you guys, they're still not inverses. It has to be just x. What questions do you have?